What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we're at Copart here in Oklahoma City for another walk around. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. Let's start out by saying that pretty much everything out here that you see is a repossession. Some of them are wrecked, some of them are not, some of them run and drive, some of them don't, but pretty much everything sitting out here is a repo. This is Copart's repo sale lot, which is something relatively new. This is a whole new sale that Copart has created to help with the increase in demand of repossessed car sales. The problem that we're seeing is banks are asking too much money for these cars. Basically, the market has crashed, okay? The market is in shambles. People aren't making their car payments because either they can't pay for them or they don't want to pay for these expensive cars when they know that they can go out and get one cheaper now. They bought the cars when the market was high, and now everybody is paying for it. So the cars get repossessed. The banks are holding the bag on cars that they cannot sell for anywhere near what is owed on them. So the banks are just holding on to them and running them through the auction over and over and over again, because the banks are hoping that somebody is going to be like, oh, I gotta have this Mercedes. I'm going to pay way more money than it's worth so that the bank can collect their cash. Guys, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So eventually the banks are going to have to let these cars go, and they're going to have to take the L. The problem is when you're seeing this many repos from some of the big name banks. We got Santander out here, Chrysler Capital, GM Financial, Hyundai. You've got a lot of the big banks out here taking an L on these cars. And I know for a lot of people, it's like, hey, middle finger to the bank, right? All right, I get it. I get it. Hey, these banks are screwing people over. It's time they get what they deserve. Well, you're right, but you're not entirely right. You know, the car dealerships that were selling these cars for way over value, they're to blame. The banks for loaning out money on vehicles that they knew these cars were never worth what they were selling for. $30,000 cars selling for $45,000, $50,000, right? The dealers are partially to blame. The banks are also partially to blame, and they should know better, because the housing market crash back in 2008 should have taught them a lesson. Apparently it didn't. But you know who else is to blame that nobody wants to talk about? The individuals that are signing the contracts for the cars. That's right. The customer, the consumer that walked into a dealership when cars were way overpriced and said, you know what, I could have bought this car last year for almost half price, but I'm going to go ahead and buy it this year for almost twice the price. Well, hey, you signed the contract. You made an agreement. And a lot of these people have changed their mind. 2 or 3 years later, they're stuck with a car that is basically worthless. They're left holding the bag, and it's like there's no end in sight. Some of these people are paying well over 9% interest. If you had good credit, if you had bad credit, you're probably paying 21% interest over 7 or 8 years. And you're paying damn near twice what these cars should have been sold for to begin with. So yeah, I understand you are left in a bad situation. But at the end of the day, if you sign on that dotted line, you are obligated to make that car payment. It's not the bank's fault that you took a bad deal. It's your fault that you took a bad deal. People need to start taking more responsibility. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening with all of these out here, but I guarantee you there are a lot of cars out here for that very reason. And here's the problem. Everybody thinks that banks have unlimited funds. Banks have infinite money. They don't, guys. And the chickens are coming home to roost. All of these banks, they're going to take big fat L's on these cars. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, stick it to the bank. That's not how it works, guys. That's not how it works. Let me school you real quick. Whenever a big company, whether it's a bank or a retailer, has to take an L on something, what that means is that they're going to pass that L onto the consumer, which means prices go up, or in the case of banks, interest rates go up. You're going to find banks a lot less likely to loan money now. So it's going to become a lot harder for people to get cars. And worst case scenario, if this trend continues, you're going to start seeing financial institutions collapsing, potentially begging the government for yet another bailout that we cannot afford, thus increasing interest rates yet again for the general population that had nothing to do with it. So it's a trickle-down effect. If the banks get screwed, it doesn't just stick to the bank, guys. It rolls downhill to you and me every time. Now, rant over. Let's jump into this. 2013 Mercedes E350 from American Credit Acceptance Corp. This just got here September 3rd. Dark tinted windows. It's an E350. I like the E-Class, not a big fan of the 350. This is a 4MATIC, so it's all-wheel drive. Monkey Wrench Mike warned me a long time ago, stay away from anything with a 350 because they have timing chain, balance shaft issues, all kinds of issues. Now, I believe at some point they corrected that. I don't know if 2013 is during the time that that engine issue was fixed, but we're going to take a look at this one. It's got power. Oh, interesting. We've got blown headrest bags, meaning it took a rear end collision. Yeah, this isn't my first rodeo. What's interesting though is I see no damage to the back bumper at all. I don't see any buckling in the C-pillars. So what is the deal here? That is bizarre. Both of the front headrests are blown. So we're gonna have an airbag light. Smells like weed. Start it up. Ooh. Oh wow, that doesn't sound great. The seat is leaned way back, so let me see if I can get the seat pulled up a little bit here. Let's set it up where I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Now with the doors closed, I don't hear that rattling engine, so that's nice. Joe Cooper Auto Group, next service due 5/16 of 24 at 114,000 miles. It's got 119,000 miles, so somebody did not follow up with getting the oil changed. Let's put it in gear. Forward. Yeah, those are that's very interesting that the bags are blown. The other interesting thing is I don't see an airbag light. So perhaps I'm wrong. Are these not like BMW where these are deployable? Yeah, they're both popped out. So I don't know. Maybe I'm incorrect because the first thing I should be seeing is an airbag warning and I'm not. Air conditioning is cold. That is nice. You've got heated seats. You got a rear sunscreen. Does it work? It's very slow, but it does work. Then you've got these fold-down headrests. No? Fold-down seats? I don't know. Important window. Works. They've got the windshield tinted too, which I'll be honest with you, I kind of like it. It's really nice in here. It's a nice place to be with that tinted windshield. I know it's illegal, but I have really been considering getting some of the windshields in my cars tinted, honestly. I kind of like the look of it. So nice cold air, steering feels good, brakes work, it goes forwards, it goes backwards. Let's pop the hood, see if the engine is still making all kinds of horrible noises. We're gonna pop the trunk too. I want to take a look at the trunk pan back here. Oh, well, maybe not. It's full of somebody's clothes. Looks like a weed eater, some plastics that came off the car. Somebody's been back here messing around. I wonder what they were doing there. So we're not going to find anything out there. Not a horrible car. Tires are in decent shape. Wheels are a little scuffed up. But I definitely hear something going on under the hood here. That sounds way too loud. You tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't like the way that sounds. Sounds like a bearing. Well, I don't know. I think the last thing I need in my life really is a Mercedes. I've had plenty of them. This one is honestly not all that impressive. I think it's a good looking car though. Miles are decent, a little bit older. The seat's a little tore up. It's not in the greatest shape, but I don't know, if it goes cheap enough, I'll take a chance on it just because. I don't mind. Nice little car. This would be a good car for Nick. Of course, I don't know if he'd actually like it or not, but there it is. I'm going to put it on the watch list. We're We're gonna move on and see what's next. Well, we got a hail damaged Cadillac that I haven't seen yet. I don't think I'm really interested in this one. One Main Financial. See, that's one where somebody owned this and they took a loan out on it, and they didn't pay their loan back and it got repoed. This is pretty rough, guys. Lots of hail damage. It's in pretty rough shape, so I'm gonna walk right on past this. Another Kia. This will be a Kia Optima, Santander consumer. This is a 2018 Optima, lost type unknown. I know what the lost type is. It's a repossession, guys. That's what the lost type is. It's an EX from Post Oak Toyota, powered by Jesus, it says. Nice tinted windows. Little rough on the outside, but I mean, overall not too bad. The mileage will be the deciding factor for me. It looks pretty good on the interior, guys. The body, it's little dings, scratches, and scrapes and scuffs. Tires probably need to be replaced soon, but they look all right. Lots of bud guts just embedded into the front. Lots of scrapes all over, up and down the hood. But it is a newer model car. And the mileage, ooh, right about 100,000. Let's see if it starts. Push to start, so you don't have to worry about them Kia boys coming and jacking your car. Got the push to start, so you're good. Let's turn on the air conditioning. We'll crank it down just a little bit. Make sure it's nice and cold. Sync. We'll let that run. We have triangle warning light, probably for an oil change. TPMS light. Windshield is not busted. Looks like somebody was changing the oil because it's due at 100,000 miles and it does not have 100,000 miles yet. Important window works. Tinted windows. Less important window works. Air conditioning is ice cold as well. Drive mode. Ooh. What do we get? Sport, Eco, or none. All right. Gears. Backup camera. Brakes feel good. Forward. Feels nice, guys. It's actually a decent car. This is a good one. This is one that I'd absolutely bid on for sure. It's got the books. Someone kept up on the maintenance. A little dirty, but I mean not too shabby. What is this? Oh, you got a couple of aux ports. 180 watt 12 volt and another 180 watt 12 volt. Heated seats. Not too bad. That AC is seriously cold. We're going to turn that off. It's too nice of a day to be having the air conditioning freezing you out, guys. Let's pop the trunk. I'm liking this one. This is one I'll absolutely bid on. Oh, what did I just step on? Broken plastic. You got the floor mats. You got, what is under there? Tire mobility inflator. Gas can. I'm not sure if it has, I don't think this has a spare tire in it. There we go. Let's leave that alone. Let's go check under the hood. This could be a good one, guys. I'm really liking this one. She sounds healthy. Engine sounds nice. Looks like we got an AGM Platinum battery. Wow. Somebody really did go all out, didn't they? That's what I mean, man. Somebody took care of this one. Repossession or not, somebody took care of it. What the circumstances are surrounding how I got repossessed, you know, nobody knows, I guess. But this is a decent car. Maybe we could flip it. Maybe you could make a few dollars off of it. I don't know. Sub 100,000 miles, good gas mileage, decent sized car. Everything seems to work. Get the oil changed on it and fix the low tire pressure. You'd be good to go, man. This is a nice one. Key fob. Looks to be in good shape as well. This is a decent car, guys. I like this one. How about an Infiniti with a little bit of damage? What is this, an FX35? It's got a little damage. Something went across the front here. This is American Credit Acceptance Corp 2015 Infiniti QX60. I'm sorry, I thought this was an FX. The FX is really small. The QXs are big. It just didn't look that big to me. I don't know. QX60. Who am I to argue with it? Looks like it's got, well, bad tires. Oh man, this is actually really nice. I sound surprised. I really am. I don't know why. I'm actually surprised. What are the miles going to be on this? Can't be that much. It needs a full set of tires. All the tires are bad. The body looks pretty good aside from the damage right here, which, you know, who cares? It's used. Things happen. You're not looking for perfection. And the miles are, it doesn't say. Perfect. Ooh. Ooh. 127,985. So not too bad on the miles. Not for 2015. Incorrect key. Are you serious? It says that this key doesn't go to this car. Oh, we have a service tag. Oh boy. Let's see if this helps it. There you go. And immediately greeted with a check engine light. That's promising. Maintenance is due for an oil change. Understood? I'll turn that off. It won't let me turn the rear air conditioning off? Or is that rear entertainment? I don't know. We're going to turn that down. 60. I tried turning it down. Apparently it's not going to... Yeah. Anyway, we'll figure it out. This, I don't like all of this. You know, I like a more flush panel where everything's a lot easier to understand. Obviously, this is your infotainment stuff here. You've got fuel economy, 19.7 average miles a gallon. That's not too bad, really. Info, fuel economy, and maintenance. That's all you get. Status. Okay. And then climate control. There we go. And then rear climate control. Whatever. Low fuel. We have a warning light for maintenance and a check engine light. And it concerns me about the check engine light. I mean, lots of people ride around with a CEL light on, right? So that's not the end of the world. But seeing a service tag on the keychain, that bothers me. The service tag plus the check engine light makes me wonder, like, what is wrong with this? And did they fix it? Did they not pay for it? Is that what happened? It got repossessed. Was it a thing of, oh man, this thing is done? It could be a transmission problem. You know what I mean? Transmission issue. And they're like, nope, not paying for it. I'm done. And they let it get repossessed. And they went and bought something else. That's a little concerning. Important window works. Less important window works. Oil change due at 126,245. Yep, definitely overdue for an oil change. I mean, it runs great. Goes backwards. Goes forwards. I am very concerned that it's a transmission problem. I can't shake it. I really can't. Air conditioning is ice cold, by the way. Feels great. Very nice premium feeling vehicle. Obviously needs tires, check engine light. And I get a lot of people ask me, why don't I bring a code reader here? And the reason why is they do not let you bring scanners here, guys. You can't do that. If you do, and you get caught, where's the hood release? They will ban you from Copart. Okay, same thing with insurance auto auctions. Can't do it, guys. You're not allowed to bring scan tools out here. So, you know, you're really, when you're buying cars out here, you're truly taking a risk. And you have to enjoy the gamble. You really have to be a gambler to do this kind of stuff because you just don't know what you're getting. See, if I could run a diagnostic, that would be ideal because if I saw codes for the transmission, I'd be like, nope, skip, pass, walk away. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. So what I'm going to do on this one, because I do tend to gamble a lot, I'm gonna avoid this one. I am. I've just, between the service key tag, I don't think they fixed it. I think something went wrong with it. They took it to service. Service said it's going to cost you $3,000-$4,000 for a transmission or transfer case or something. And I think they went repo and they went and bought themselves something else. We've seen this Ram here before. It's been here forever. This is new, but it's also wrecked. I'm not interested in a repossessed and wrecked vehicle. You know, just no thank you. I'm going to have to hard pass on that. I think we've seen this. Oh yeah, this one's been here a long time. If I remember right, this one has a locked up motor. This one's been here like 2 years. It's been here a long time. We got a little Colorado over here. I kind of like this. This is from Lease Plan. So this may not be a repo. It could be. So that's difficult. 2022 Chevy Colorado. This could be a repo. So there's the possibility this is an off-lease vehicle. You know, the lease was up, they returned it, now they're just selling it. The company is selling it. Or it's possible that the person that took out the lease did not pay for it and it got repossessed. So either way, we'll take a quick look at it. Looks like maybe it was somebody's work truck, the number 14. Or maybe that was their credit score. I'm joking. Ooh, oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah, so it's a repo. Yeah, somebody took a lease out on it. Something happened with insurance, whether they didn't have any or they didn't have enough insurance. Something happened because here it is, completely crunched in the back, man. I guarantee you there's going to be some frame damage on this one. Maybe not. Maybe. Actually, the frame looks decent. You can't see it all, though, and there doesn't look like there's any impact between the cab and the bed, so it might be okay. It is dinged up I mean, it looks like somebody was intentionally banging doors into this. Oh, look at all this. It's like someone was just constantly banging their door into this truck all the time. This was not taken care of. This is a heavily abused vehicle. That's a shame. I mean, there is not a panel on this truck that is not dinged, scraped, scratched, and I mean crazy, not just a little bit, crazy. This was definitely somebody's work truck, for sure. Interior doesn't look too bad, but man, is it cosmetically challenged on the outside. It's not a push to start. You actually have to put a key in this thing. Really? All right, that's kind of old school. For a 22? Sirius XM subscription expired. All right. I mean, you get very little as far as options in here. Oh, power steering doesn't work. Uh-oh. So we've got something else. Oh, wow. ESC not functioning. 53,000 miles on the odometer. I'm wondering if it didn't go over something. Shifting is allowed. Well, thank you. That's really nice of you. It's great when a car tells you that it will allow you to drive it, right? God, these new cars, man, they're starting to get on my nerves. Shifting allowed. You know, back in the old days, so many of you remember, back in the old days, you could wreck a car. And I've been there, guys. I've been there. We're talking like the side is just caved in, right? Or the back is crunched, the front is crunched. You would still drive. You know what I mean? You could just get in your car and, you know, it's all you had. You didn't have a choice to drive something else. So you drove it wrecked and you dealt with it because you didn't have an option. The car could not tell you that it would not allow you to drive. You know, I can't believe that. Like, looking at the screen, it literally said, Jeez. It literally said that shifting was allowed. Like, it's giving me permission to drive the truck. I don't need your permission. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right. Anyway, moving on. We got a little four-banger up here. What size is it? I mean, it looks like a decent size four-cylinder. What is it, 2.0, 2.2? I'm looking for an emissions label. I don't see one anywhere, so not a clue. This is one I would avoid at all costs. I would not mess with this one. Oh, look, it's my favorite little car. Is this the one or no? No, this is a different one. I don't know where mine went. I don't see it anymore. I've been watching it, and it just disappeared off of my watch list. It didn't sell. 2023 Kia K5. This is from Hertz. I wonder if this is wrecked. Not really interested in the Hertz cars, guys. I've tried that before, and basically the cars go for too much money. I don't know why, but people go crazy over the rental cars, and they pay really good money for them, and I'm not going to do that. Lots of hail damage. So this is one that probably, since Hertz is self-insured, they don't file insurance, which is an interesting thing. Right? When you're self-insured, you don't have to report accidents. You don't have to report hail damage. You can fix. This car could have been totaled, right? But because they're self-insured, they will fix it in-house, right? They will fix it themselves. They'll pay out of pocket for the repairs. And these things typically will not be listed as accident damaged or hail damaged, flood damaged. A lot of these slip through the cracks because, well, car rental companies insure themselves. So basically they decide what gets listed on the Carfax report. The Mitsubishi, we've seen this before, so this is another repeat offender. This Hyundai, probably another Hertz would be my guess. No, maybe not. Hold on. This is Hyundai Capital. Oh man, a 2024? Oh, that's a shame. Santa Cruz. My fiance steadfastly hates these things, and I was with her too. I hated them too until I actually got my hands on one. And I came back home and I told her, I was like, you know, we both talked a lot of trash about the Santa Cruz, but it's actually a really nice vehicle. I don't really want to call it a truck. I don't, to me, this is not a truck. I get that it kind of has a bed, sort of, that you can use. You know, it's, yeah, and it's got a bed cover, which is really nice, you know, and it's got a tailgate, which is cool as well. But this isn't really a truck. You know what I mean? A truck, in my opinion, at a minimum, has to have a frame, and it has to have a bed that's separate from the cab. And that's not the case here. Same thing with the old school Honda Ridgeline. It was the same design, where it was basically just a unibody, one piece. It's interesting. It can be used as a truck. You're not really going to tow anything with this, but it does have a small bed that you could use to, you know, I don't know, put groceries in and some other small things. And I actually do kind of like this. Now, I noticed that on the other side, the wheel looks like it's bent. Everything looks good here. When you get over to the other side, though, take a look. This is not normal. This could be from forklift damage. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying it's possible. I have purchased cars before that have arrived with bent control arms because those forks get under there and boom. It happens sometimes. It's not all that common that it does, but it is something to be aware of. It can happen. Fishing poles. No. Somebody's fishing poles again. Fishing poles are a personal thing. You know what I mean? That's sad that they weren't able to get their fishing poles back. So 2024, this thing is new, 5,000 miles. And here we go again. This is a shame. I try not to feel so bad for people, but I just can't help it. I do. I feel bad that somebody got their car taken away, man. But here's the thing, like, they had a car wash membership, right? So they were paying for their monthly car wash. They just bought this car. This is literally a 2024. It's only got 5,000 miles on the odometer. And they got it repossessed. You know? Dang, that sucks. That really sucks. These are pretty decent. Honest to God, I went from absolutely hating these to I would drive one. I would absolutely drive one of these without a problem. I mean, it's a little 4-cylinder, but it is all-wheel drive. This thing's got no miles on it. Unfortunately, that means this one's probably going to go for some money. We'll see if it moves, because there's definitely something going on. Even the tire back there is showing that there's something wrong with it. It moves backward, forward. I'm going to hit the brake. It feels fine. Brakes feel fine. Forward. Yeah, I mean, the suspension feels like it's all right. Air conditioning's nice, cold. I mean, obviously, everything's going to work. This is literally a brand new car. Sunroof, leather interior, you got the roof racks. I mean, this thing's got it all, man. USB ports, 180 watt 12 volt outlet. This is much nicer than I thought they were when I first saw them. So I've really kind of fallen for the Santa Cruz. Very versatile. I don't know what to call it. I will not call it a truck. I will not call it a truck. But whatever it is, a multi-purpose vehicle, utility vehicle, I don't know. Whatever it is, though, I'd absolutely drive it. Oh, look, a little turbo. Okay. She runs great. She should, right? Looks like we're missing a fender liner already. So something happened to this, guys. I'm not quite sure what that is, but the whole fender liner under here is completely gone. The whole thing, front to back. And then back here, you've got this tweaked suspension. This can't be good. Let's see if we can just take a look. Well, she went off-roading, that's for sure. What is going on there? I'm looking at the rear control arm. I don't know about you guys. I don't see anything wrong with it. What about here? Maybe it's bent there. Ah, I think I see it. Hold on. Yep, I see it. You can see where it's crunched right there. At least I think. Doesn't that look crunched to you? Let's take a look at the other side. See if it matches. No, see, that looks straight. The other side looks totally crunched. Oh yeah. So you've got a very smashed lower control arm. That should not be a big deal to replace, though. There may be some knuckle damage. That's hard to say without actually getting in there and taking it apart. I don't think this is too big of a deal to fix, but it's definitely worth noting that it's got some problems. You know, there's definitely some problems with this one. I'll put it on the list. If nothing else, I'll keep an eye on it, just see what it goes for. Next, we got a little 2021 Bronco Sport. It's another Hertz one, so I'm a little concerned. Like I said, I tend to avoid these, but I don't mind just taking a quick look at them since they're out here. I mean, it's not too bad. Oh, lift. Oh, and damaged. Lift, so somebody was using it for rideshare driving. It took a gnarly impact down there and into the quarter. So again, self-insured, right? Apparently Hertz decided this one was not worth fixing, and they're just sending it to auction as is, but probably still with a clean title. So you could fix this yourself, send it to a body shop, have it fixed if that's what you want to do. I'd be curious what the miles are. It's probably going to be pretty high if it was rideshare. Oh yes, wow. 3 years old, it has 74,467 miles. Yeah, she's got some miles on her, guys. I'm not the biggest fan of the Bronco Sports, really. TPMS light, check engine light, oh boy, plus body damage. Yeah, see, this is one of those cars been rode hard, put away wet. If I remember right, I don't know if Hertz does it, I can't remember, but a lot of these rental car companies will actually do a weekly plan with rideshare drivers, so they could basically rent the car and use all the miles. It means they don't have to do any of the services, they don't have to maintain them, they can literally drive the hell out of them, ride them hard, take them home, use them as personal vehicles, use them as business vehicles. They can pretty much just dog them and not have to worry about any consequences, and I think that's probably what we got here. So even if I was interested in one of these, and I'm not, this one would absolutely be off of the list because of the stickers that are in there for lift. If those weren't there, I probably would have considered it before the damage, but we're going to pass. This one, we have seen this before. This is another Hertz. Not really interested in this one either. We've got a Kia Sportage SX over here. Is this another Hertz? Probably not. It is. It's another Hertz. Good Lord. Okay. Looks like we're getting into a lot of the Hertz vehicles. This one actually doesn't look too bad, but I told you before, I tend to avoid them just because they go for too much money, and I'm not looking to spend a bunch of money on a previous rental vehicle. CAC vehicle remarketing, Dodge Journey, bald tires, bumpers falling off. Again, not something I'm interested in. We've seen this Jeep Renegade here before from Chrysler Capital 2021, or maybe we haven't. No, we haven't seen this one. Hold on. It's a 21 Jeep Renegade, Chrysler Capital. When was this brought in? September 4th. Yeah, so this has only been here like a week. All right. Well, boy, this one's had a hard life. Good Lord have mercy. It looks like a dog or something, just a Wolverine has just been clawing the living hell out of this car. Oh, they got stickers all over it. Dent life. Okay. They should have had a sticker on there that said scratch life, because that would have really been accurate. This thing is just, ugh. This is in bad shape. Oh. Ooh. Wow. What is that smell? What is all over the floor? Is that mold and mildew? Oh, wow. Gee, I'm really surprised. You know, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. That's fine. You know, completely trash it. I mean, the body, it's covered in hail damage, guys. It's got sticky stuff all over. It looks like someone just vomited down the side of the car. Scratches all over. You know, obviously, with the way the interior looks and the body looks, this person did not care one bit about this vehicle. I almost hesitate sitting in it. Oh, look at that busted windshield. I didn't even see that. Oh my, the whole windshield is just destroyed. I'll bet this does not come on. This is so disgusting. Why am I in here? Were they even changing the oil? 62,000 miles. January of 24, it's got 85,000 miles on it now. Oh, oil change required. You don't say. You don't say. I guess they decided they weren't going to pay for it. They weren't going to change the oil. Airbags don't work. Collision avoidance doesn't work. Oil change, connected service error. Requires service, visit dealer. Most likely, SOS calls unavailable. Most likely, they ripped an antenna off trying to keep this car from being tracked because they thought it was going to be repossessed. There's oily stuff all over, and all over the headliner. I mean, it's like somebody threw a soda just everywhere in this car. Absolutely disgusting. That's a shame. GPS is not working. Yeah, no kidding. That's what they did. They disabled everything that they could in hopes that the car would not be repossessed. You know what? I'm going to pass on this one, guys. Definitely heavily abused. Higher mileage. No. And it's just so rough. It is so rough. You know, that's what might make it a decent vehicle, though. You might be able to get it halfway cheap. Replace the windshield. Have Brian do a paint correction as best he can. And, I don't know, guys. What do you think about this one? Is it worth the risk, or should we just avoid it? I'm leaning towards avoiding it. Let's see what we got over here. A Challenger. All right, now we're talking. Unfortunately, it's just a 6-cylinder. 2022 Santander Consumer. That's a little newer. Dime Industries. Sunday Extracts. Probably smells like weed. Yes, houndstooth interior. 25,000 miles. I'm going to hard pass on this one. I have no interest in a V6 Challenger, guys. Yeah, especially if it's going to be something that I can't get for a great price. You got a little Ford hybrid. Nope, wrecked. Mustang convertible, hail damage and wrecked in the front and the back. Chrysler Capital. Honda Accord. These are always great little cars. Take a quick look at this one. One Main Financial 05. One Main's an interesting one because it usually means that the person that lost the car actually owned the car. They should have owned it outright, and they went to One Main and they borrowed some money against it. Well, and for whatever reason, they did not make the payments, and One Main repossessed the car. Oh, she's rough. Looks like somebody got some bleach all over the floor there. That's in pretty rough shape. Ugh. This one actually smells good. Something about the smell of a Honda. Man, I don't know. Leather seats, a little dirty, a little worn. Probably got some miles. 05, a little bit. Oh, wow. 3/31 of 2023, 268,877 miles. You know, I was getting ready to grab the booster pack. No. No, I'm looking for cars that I'll be able to sell when I'm done with them, you know? And unfortunately, Cars with 300,000 miles on them, people tend to just kind of shy away from them. 3-liter VTEC, looks decent. If I remember correctly, though, these things are kind of notorious for transmissions grenading. So, I don't know. I think this is one we're going to avoid as well. Chrysler 300. I like these. This one looks pretty good. Let's see what this one is. This is a Chrysler Capital 2023 tinted windshield. Rest of the windows are tinted as well. Doesn't look too bad. Probably doesn't have too many miles on it. This one actually looks like somebody cared for it. Tires look to be in good shape. Body's in good shape. This is one I could mess with, guys. Let's take a look at the interior. Cloth. Honestly, I expected leather, but that's fine. Cloth interior looks good so far. Let's get up to the front. Really dark tinted windows. I actually really like that. Very dark, nice and cool in this car. Oh yeah. Cloth seats, it's comfortable. It smells good. Uh-oh. Nope, doesn't work. Sometimes you gotta take the key and you gotta... There we go. There she is. I knew she'd come to life. Oh, wow. I knew it was going to be a low-mile car. I didn't realize it was going to be that low. That is crazy. It's completely out of gas, low wiper fluid, whatever. Miles on this one, 3,642 for a 2023. It's got less than 4,000 miles on it. This is honestly, I really like this one. It's going to go for some money, though, because it's a low-mileage car. It's under warranty. It's not even really, technically, it's not even due for an oil change. You know what I mean? So, this car is still under warranty. Oh, you might be able to steal this one, guys. Backup camera backwards. Yes, brakes good. I mean, you already know. Everything's going to be good on this. Everything. Important window works. Less important window works. Like I said, everything is going to work on this. Looks like it's got Sirius XM. Does it function?
Today, and it also plays.
It does. It's going to be hard to go wrong with this one. Oh man, that's got to suck. A practically brand new Chrysler 300 repossessed, man. And that's a shame. I mean, you don't know these people's individual situations. Obviously, everybody's situations and circumstances are different. Your key fob is left vehicle. Nope, it's literally right here. But it's just a crying shame to go out and buy a new car and then get it repoed like immediately. Just, God, what a shame. Of course, we have books. We have black ice air freshener. What is this? Oh, don't tell me it's casino coins. This is get one per app, automatic. I can't read that. I don't know what that is. There's several of them in there, though. What are these? You guys recognize what these are? Get one per app, automatic, Commercio Vitedo 002. Interesting. Oh, you have the original paperwork. Was that the window sticker for the car? Oh, no, it's not. We're going to leave that alone. I think it's got somebody's personal. Here's the window sticker right here. That's what I was looking for. How much was this car? I wonder when it sold. Let's see. Total price. Actually, that is not bad at all, guys. $37,000. Chrysler 300 Touring. $37,390 was the total price. 5 years, 60,000 mile warranty. Optional equipment, customer preferred 2EE, $1,500. Custom appearance package, 20-inch wheels, black nose, wing badge, black insert, black headlamp bezels, black LED taillights, black chrome 300S grill surround, gloss black daytime operating surround molding, glass block front face. Yeah, okay. And black nose. So basically, they blacked it out. What's the fuel economy on one of these things? 19 city, 30 highway. Honestly, that's 30 miles a gallon. It's a pretty big car. Yeah, this is nice. This is real nice. I'm gonna put it on the list, but I mean, realistically speaking though, guys, this car is probably gonna go for way more than I'm gonna wanna spend on it. Not something that I think would be an easy flip, just because, and that windshield being tinted too. I like it, but most people will not. Yeah, look at this thing, man. I'm curious if the oil is filthy in it or if it's clean. Very clean oil. Well, shoot. I actually really do want this one. I like this. I think Jessica would like it too. I'm gonna put it on the list. We'll see what it goes for. Guys, I didn't realize this video has gone into like 45 minutes. I had no idea this video was running that long, so I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you all enjoyed today's video though. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing y'all again very soon in the next one.